Before we begin, yes, I'm a little bit sick, and Jack is with me. Say hi. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So anyway, Jax, hey, calm down, boy, calm down. That was him shaking. Hold on. So anyway, I recently read 6 chapters of Marchen Crowned. You don't know what Marchen Crown is, it's basically like a Rapunzel manga. Yes, Rapunzel has her own manga now. Not the Disney's Rapunzel, a new version of Rapunzel has her own manga. However, despite of you seeing the covers of March and Crown, thinking it's gotta be like another like romantic story involving fairy tales, but this involves one that, like, since fairy tales are based on grim tales, this actually takes part of the grim tales but mixed with Berserk, because our main character Rapunzel gets out of a tower when the witch is gone. Yes, it's a witch. It's the mother, like instead of them, her mother. In this manga just leaves for 3 days, and then Rapunzel meets a guy that looks similar to the male character that finds her in the tower. Similar to the male character that finds her in the tower, but he is not what it seems. Like when she finally meets his family, they are literally like demonized monsters, including him. Rapunzel realized what the witch meant the world. That was my dog Jax. But anyway, Rapunzel starts to realize why her mother says the outside world is a cruel place. And then she just literally like screams and runs away, and I don't blame her. If I saw something like that, it's literally like a monster disguised as a human, I would run too. Then we also was Jax again. But anyway, then we literally saw like this prince, including his royal guard, who are like this, which means that humans are also monsters. Like if you read the Berserk manga, you really understand that some humans are monsters. Like anyway, this prince turned out to be like this, like one of those princes that forced on women, and his royal guard is like a merciless, not selfish, but a merciless guard who like literally kills, like I forgot the boy who found Rapunzel. I just gotta call him boy. He literally kills boy, but he, as it turns out, since he is a monster, he cannot die. Instead, he can like catch his head, like it's like with Brooke, like he could like hold his head with clouds, like green clouds, but I think it was smoke. But anyway, he has poison ivy vines attaching his head when it gets cut off, and he tries to shoot him, but it doesn't work. But anyway, the prince like finds her and tries to force himself on her, but instead they were interrupted when like boy literally kills his knights. Like it was like, it's like Berserk vibes when boy literally starts fighting his royal guard. The prince watches the fight, and while his like knights get slaughtered, with boy holding the sword with his mouth, since it reminds me of Zorro when he holds the sword handle with his mouth, holding 2 swords to attack. Like he literally like kills the rest of his knights, and they were about to kill Rapunzel until he saves her from the knights by killing the knights with his sword, and he also was able to cut off the royal guard's arm off, and he just holds her and runs away with her. They just run it off, like she's not, like they just don't chase after them. Instead, Rapunzel like doesn't get scared, but she already got scared long enough. But boy, in the other hand, stops running when, like, we do see what his memories are with his family. Well, most likely his aunt, since his father had disappeared, well, never returned to the village. And also, he told Rapunzel to leave him behind, but Rapunzel refuses and started to drag him, or hold him. And they are able to reach the end of the forest, and that is where the liberal journey begins. And this is just 6 chapters. I read 6 chapters and I'm planning on reading the rest of the chapters because I believe this could be like the Cinderella arc because about that. That's my bad. But anyway, I'm planning on reading the Cinderella arc, and yes, Cinderella does show up in this story. And I got a feeling the other princesses from fairy tales, including other like figures from the fairy tales or grim tales, if that was my sister. But anyway, from grim tales, they're gonna like show all these different characters, but with a twist because there's gotta be like Berserk, which they had their own stories with a darker twist. That is my thoughts on Merchant Crown. And by the way, Merchant Crown is made by the creators who made Ko and Record of Ragnarok, which I am reading Record of Ragnarok. I'm still at the the Chinese sumo wrestler against Shiva, the Hindu goddess. Hindu god of destruction. I read the spin-off for, but anyway, I also read the spin-off of Ragnarok called God Apocalypse, and I finished reading 2 rounds, which involves the demigod against Re, which is the Egyptian god of the sun, and hold on, and Prometheus against Sun Wukong. I'm planning to read the other rounds. Anyway, I think I'll give this like 9 out of 10 because it is actually a good manga series. It does get an anime adaptation in the future. Like it could be like the same adaptation with Berserk, but hopefully they don't. Guys, I had to feed Jackson and also go outside for a while. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Well, before I go, like when I read like Rapunzel and Boy are now my 2 favorite characters in the manga, and I imagine Rapunzel meeting Guts from Berserk. Like, I imagine Guts being the black wolf and Rapunzel being the white sheep. Like, there's a saying with the black wolf and the white sheep. Or was it? Like, it could be like since Guts does have the armor of the black wolf and Rapunzel does look similar and cute like a sheep. So, yeah. But anyway, I gotta go. But thank you guys for watching and tell me what you guys think about my manga review, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell to get notified for new videos, and I'll see you on the next video. This is Iron Angel.